Ready for the next round of the Next Gen Challenge Series on LSR TV, your home of sim racing. Tonight, we are at the virtual Iowa Speedway. It should be a good one. 175 laps of racing this evening. Tonight is the Falcon Strong 175. Doug Watkins, Brandon Medford, Chris Medford, Tom Quattlebaum Jr., and Troy Radford have all merged together in a conjoined effort to make this race happen. I'm Wesley Outland for LSR TV. High above the virtual Iowa Speedway, joined alongside is Will Duvall. Will, this should be a great race here tonight. Short track racing at its finest with kind of a little bit of a super speedway feel.
Absolutely, Iowa always brings forth some good and exciting racing. We'll see some free-wide battles, especially coming down towards the wire. We're going to be putting on some good racing, some good shows, and it's going to be really exciting to watch.
It'll be 175 laps of racing, part of our doubleheader of coverage on LSR TV tonight. Don't forget for the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series event. That'll be at, of course, 11:45 Eastern, 10:45 Central on your home for sim racing. Dell Osmond, right now, the man at the top of the board in the number 88 machine in practice. Of course, practice is only about 1 minute and 45 seconds left here at Iowa Speedway. This will be a daytime race, even though there is lights around this virtual speedway. A daytime race will have a totally different feel to tonight's program. Will, why will that be? Okay, I think I have lost my colleague Will Duvall, so I think my producer can jump in here real quickly. Charles Wooten. Charles, why is Iowa going to be such a unique race racing in daytime conditions tonight for a track that normally does race at night?
You know, this track it's different. It really is. No matter when you come here, day or night. But we came here earlier and I checked it out, and I didn't know the weather conditions that were going to be here for this race. I found those out later. This track is 110 degrees. It's going to be a lot hotter, and we've already heard from the drivers it's going to be real slick out there. So we may see some spins, whether they're self spins or collecting multiple cars together.
Should be very unique. It should be exciting and fun to see here. There's about 30 seconds left to go in practice for this event, and then we'll have qualifying will set the field for this event here in the Falcon Strong 175, all part of our coverage on LSR TV. Dell Osmond, again, the fast man in practice. So is Dustin Ping, coming back out on the racetrack, but again, he's right now third quick on the board. Chris Canfield and Chris Wood as the field will get ready to see Barney, the iRacing flag man, wave the checkered flag over the field. And this will wrap up practice. And Charles, we'll come back here in a bit and get ready for qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying should be a good one. Is right there. It's going to switch over to the next section. 5 minutes is all you have. You know, and I say all you have, Wesley. Typically, when you have 5 minutes at a big track, you need to get on this track quick. This track,
oh, yeah.
Not necessarily. It is very small compared to, you know, a Daytona, Talladega, or even a Texas or Charlotte. So you have quite a bit of time to get out here and get things done, as they are on the track right now. So we'll be seeing those times that come in here very shortly. But it's going to be interesting to see if those times that we saw in practice carry over into qualifying. As we'll take a look at the weather. And it's 100 degrees. It has dropped 10 degrees since we actually got into the session just about an hour ago.
Now the track temperature is still close to 100 plus degrees here, so that's going to be really, really unique. And one of the things we are going to be watching is, of course, daytime racing. We talked about it. Daytime racing, a completely different animal than what we see at night. This track is going to be slick. It's going to be loose. It's going to be tight. And very unusual that, actually, by the way, it is 66 degrees outside for virtual Iowa Speedway. 66 degrees, 100 degrees track temperature. So, again, that's still going to be very, very unique. A little partial cloudy skies for the most part. You do see sun glaring over the racetrack virtually here at Iowa. So, it's going to make this a very unique place. As Dell Osmond just finishing up with his qualifying lap. And up next is now Troy Radford on the racetrack as we continue along here with qualifying here. The best driver puts down the best lap. They got about 5 minutes to do so. Dell Osmond, the Sundrop colors right now at the top of the board. Troy Radford will go to second now in the 08 machine. Tom Guadalbaum will go to fourth. There's Steve Baker in 55. There's your top four right there on the upper left of the screen. And I wonder, obviously, if you qualify well, Charles, you get a good opportunity to be in the front row, yes, but a daytime race is going to be a totally complexion of what you see at night. You know, handling, the car tightening up, the car getting loose, as we see now the one car finishing up with his lap. Qualifying, is it a premium of yes or no to do it?
You know, I think it definitely is a premium. And it really, Wesley, and hopefully we got Will back now. I think qualifying is a premium if the race stays green. If you have a whole bunch of yellows and everyone's coming in at pace speed, I don't think it's as big a deal. You know, you're going to get in, get out all together. Now, if you are, say, under a green flag stop and you have to get in and you can speed off the pits, if you're in those front two spots, maybe even the third spot, you can just hammer the gas. You don't have to really worry about the pit road speed limit too much for getting a pit road penalty. So that's my take on it. Again, I'm a little different. There's a reason I'm in the booth here and not out on the track. And I think Will may be back. Will, you got a copy?
Will, you back with us, buddy?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
All right. We were talking about qualifying, and if qualifying in the daytime is going to be an advantage, as we see the one car spinning on the front straightaway, Dustin Ping's car. And again, he has already put down a third best lap of 23.706. Now we see the 91W. That's Chris Wood from the one of those Wisconsin Badger fans bouncing off the wall. We'll see the 91 go to now fifth on the board. What's your take on what we were talking about, Will?
I'm gonna be real honest, I've missed quite a bit of it trying to get my connection sorted out.
Well, one of the things we were talking about was just basically qualifying. When you're qualified in the day, it's different at night. And, you know, with us racing daytime conditions, does qualifying even matter right now for this race?
You know, it's very difficult to say. Depends a lot on how these drivers have to set their cars up for qualifying versus the race. If they're expecting it to go nighttime before the race ends, they're going to set up towards that night as they want a later race setup in the car. But when they're qualifying during the daytime, they're going to try to keep a setup in, keep the tires at a good pressure so that they can keep the grip in that hot track. So the hot track tends to get a little bit icy for their tires out there.
Dell Osmond, again, the top man so far. As we again have the next group of drivers on the racetrack getting ready to go. The 57. Yeah, he says it's Miller. We'll see where he goes on the racetrack for his qualifying run. Looks like qualifying is about ready to wrap on up here. And we will get ready to grid the cars here for the race. 175 laps in the Falcon Strong 175. And it looks like the field is gridded. They are ready to go. Fast qualifier is going to be Dell Osmond. So let's give you your starting lineup here for the next race of the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing for the Falcon Strong 175. On the pole, quick qualifier, 23.359 seconds. That's Dell Osmond from Virginia to his inside from Georgia. Troy Radford in 94. Row number 2, Dustin Ping from Indiana in the 1. And from Carolina, the points leader, Steve Baker in 55.
Starting in number 5 position is going to be Doug Watkins. Number 34 to his outside is Chris Wood in the 91. Tom Quattlebaum Jr. in the 08.
Okay, we have lost the starting lineup. Just a second. We should be able to get it back here in just a moment, and we'll actually give you the full field rundown here in just a moment for the race as the field is gridding. getting ready for this race to get underway. Again, 175 laps in the Falcon Strong 175. Will Duvall, Wesley Outland with you for LSR TV coverage of this event, as not seeing the broadcast, guys. Looking at the trying to get our broadcast feedback here with you, but looking at the innings in this event, Steve Baker is currently the man that is leading the way in the number 55 entry, the driver out of Carolina. 8 starts, 8 races have counted. He has no wins, but he has 8 top 5s or 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s. Consistency is helping that man currently hold off Roy Hyde for the championship.
You know, it's going to be really hard to say. Been some really good races, some really tight racing all season long. Find out here tonight if they have anything for each other.
And again, Roy Hyde, most recent winner on the series. I got to give props to Roy Hyde. You called this race last Friday night, one at Charlotte. That had to have been a special race for Roy Hyde, especially one of those drivers that we have seen struggle a long time, many times, and be able to get that victory for sure.
Yes, for sure. It was a fantastic race, really exciting. One of my first times in the booth. I've been in the booth before, but never at the capacity that I was right there. It did put on some real exciting racing, a lot of fun there. Charlotte's track I know quite well, so it was a little more comfortable for me there than it is normally. Like right here, I don't know this track at all, honestly.
Actually, I'm getting a double screen, Charles, on yours, you can't see the screen. Green flag in the air. We are underway for the opening lap of the Falcon Strong 175. It's Osmond leading the way on lap number 1. He'll lead the first lap to the back turn 2. Radford in second. Baker sits in third. They're right now going to battle side by side for first as they exit off of turn 2.
And Radford left almost alone there for a lap or so on the outside. Now it's going to be Osmond alone on the inside, trying to work his way around, stay ahead of Radford. He's making a charge on the outside with Steve Baker behind him.
20 cars flying across the start-finish line here in this event underway for the Falcon Strong 175. Osmond leading the way. The outside lane is Radford. He's going to carry the points leader Baker with him up top shelf. Ping is there. Wasaki's there. Your top 5 now nestled as they make their way off 4. It's Osmond pulling back in front of the top 3 off the 4 to the line.
As Ping is looking back there behind Baker, he's probably hoping he can get behind Baker and get caught up and get down there behind the 88 of Osborne. Try to give Osborne a push and get it around the number 55, the number 94.
Another lap in the board underway here, of course, for this race at Iowa Speedway. This race continues along. Out in front is still the driver of car. Radford's in second. Baker third. To the inside goes Wasaki. Wasaki and Canfield now a battle for position as they hit the back straightaway for lap 5 of 175. One of the Falcon Motorsports people that made this race happen in the Falcon Strong 175. Doug Wasaki now in 5th position. Chris Wood to his inside or the outside as they come off of forward. Canfield to the line.
and battling side by side in turns number 1 and 2. It's been a lot of double wide racing early on in the goings here. Gotta wonder if these guys are going to try to single file it out, settle down a little bit, and get some green flag laps in, or if they just want to keep on pushing as hard as they can early on in the race.
Another lap of the board. Here comes the machine of Canfield. Canfield drifts up in front of Chris Wood. Chris Wood now's got the machine there in front of him, of the driver of the 34. That is Wasaki. Wasaki now up the outside lane. He'll open up the door for Canfield to sneak to the bottom. And now he'll carry Pajari. Wood with him to the back straightaway. That battle goes on in the opening 10 laps here at Iowa Speedway with Osmond. And now contact. Little bit up the racetrack goes the machine of Wasaki. He'll fall back 2-3 spots now behind Pajari. The leaders go back into turn 1.
Got a lot of battling going on here, a lot of bumping and grinding. Just keep on pushing. So we got the 00 Roy Hyde now making a move on the number 34 of Wasaki. Looking to the inside of him, trying to get back over behind the number 5 car of Pajari.
175 laps is the distance. We're on lap number 9 of 175 here at Iowa Speedway in the Falcon Strong 175. Osmond leads Baker in second spot. That's the man that's currently the points leader for the series. Radford sits in third. Ping fourth. Canfield right now the 5. As again, there goes Baker, who's in the second position from the Carolinas. Troy Radford battling for position now. He's got a battle going alongside Ping in the 1 as they go back into turn number 1.
Radford managing to take the spot away from Ping and get out in front of him. Ping now settles in line right there behind the number 94 of Radford as they try to catch up to Steve Baker in number 55 in second spot.
Off of turn 2 to the back straightaway. Out in front, Osmond still leads the way. There's Baker in second spot. Sitting in third and fourth now is Radford. Ping. There's your top 5 along with Canfield. As we put 10 laps on the board, working lap 11 here at Iowa Speedway. The Falcon Strong 175 underway. Daytime conditions virtually at the Iowa Speedway. The next round of the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing on LSR TV. Osmond still leading the way. Baker second. Battle starting to heat up for third and fourth with Radford and Ping. We see that back in turn 1.
Yeah, these two are really going at it in the early goings in this race. The number 94 and the number 1 car battling it out side by side quite a bit there. They're single filed out now, but the 1 car of Justin Ping getting good runs on the entry of almost every single turn of the 94, but the 94 gets the momentum coming out of the turn down the straightaway, gets the spot back from Ping.
Another lap going on the board here, lap 13 of 175. It's Osmond still out in front. There's that battle again, heating up for third and fourth with Radford and Ping continuing to go at it on the back straightaway now as they go back into turn number 3. And we have a yellow flag on the speedway. First caution of the race. Understanding it's Damon Cox that has gone around. We go under the yellow flag. Cox with a problem. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more coverage of the race for the Falcon Strong 175 on LSR TV, your home of sim racing. Back with more in a moment.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink color. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn. And and which is the reason for the art fees. 'Cause we do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and you know, they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, just it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum, you know, requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Back here at the Iowa Speedway, coverage continues on LSR TV with the Falcon Strong 175. Will Duvall, Charles Wooten popping in a time or two. He's also in the production chair. I am Wesley Outland. We're getting ready to come back for the restart here after a caution involving Cox's car. We're ready to bring them back as Peter, the pace truck driver, will drop that pace car back down onto the infield here at the Iowa Speedway. The field will come off of turn 4. Green flag goes back in the air, and Will Duvall, same old song and dance. It's Osmond on the jump, but meanwhile, Baker and company battle along in turn 2.
Yes, Osmond getting a great jump. We now have a battle for third place going on between the 94, the 1 car, and the 03 car. That's going to be Troy Radford, Dustin Ping, and Chris Canfield battling it out for third position. Three-way battles getting heating up early on.
Another lap on the board here as the field will come back around and complete lap number 20 next time around in this Falcon Strong 175 for, again, the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing on LSR TV. There's the sun drop machine of Osmond. He'll come across the line. Baker is in that number 2 spot, followed by Troy Radford third. Ping is there along with Chris Canfield. Honestly, Will, anybody's got a shot to win this race right now as they hit the back straightaway.
They really do, and we're seeing a lot of drivers pushing these things early on. Gotta wonder how that's gonna mean for their tires. They're gonna start putting a lot of wear on their tires. Nobody pitted during that last caution. I don't think got a lot of side-by-side battle and drivers pushing hard to get towards the front early on in this race. What's your thoughts on them pushing as hard as they are this early?
Yeah, I find it a little too early in my opinion. I think they should kind of wait till about after the halfway mark and then punch it. It's a 175 lap race, but hey, what do I know? Daytime racing, a completely different animal than the nighttime. And another thing is they might not even be pushing it, but because it's daytime racing, it's making their cars handle and act up the way that they are in their own wheel.
It really is, and you know, as long as everybody keeps pushing, they're all going to stay basically on an even playing field. As they continue pushing as hard as they are, theoretically, all their tires are going to wear as quickly as everybody else's, so they should be able to remain on an even playing field, even though their lap times are going to be decreasing greatly.
Back across the stripe, another lap of the board here at the Iowa Speedway. As again, we are set for this race, for the Iowa race. It should be a good one. As currently right now we are working on lap number 24 of 175 here in this event, 150 laps. We got a couple of cars in the wall off of turn number 2 on the back straightaway. The 05 is one of them. That is Brian Britt, couple of others, and I do not see no caution. We will stay under green flag. The race roars on into turn 1.
That's right.
Great battle heating up for 4th position now as we have Radford and Dustin Ping battling side by side, wheel off the corner in 4.
Yeah, and it's going to be Ping on the outside into one car, getting a good push off the corner, carrying that momentum over the 03 of Radford. Got a lot of strong looking racing going on right here for the 4th position, as it looks like Ping's going to take that 4th spot away.
And look at this gaggle of cars down the backstretch led by Pajari in that battle, along with Matthew McMeekin to his inside. So is also the Charlotte winner last week of Roy Hyde. He's second in the points along with Chris Wood, Brian Littleton, Tom Quattlebaum, all in a gaggle hornet's nest off of turn number 2.
Yeah, got a big group of drivers here all battling it out for position back here. So we got number 4 car of Matthew McMeekin getting the run off the corner with Roy Hyde behind him. Now he moves up to the outside in front of the 5 car of Alan Pajari.
Back into turn number 2 to the back straightaway as they make their way down the corner out in front. It is still the driver of Troy Radford, battling off the likes of Dustin Ping. You see that going on as Osmond and Baker are the man leading the way. This other great battle heading at the start-finish line. Matthew McMeekin leading that battle. Brian Littleton, Pajari, it's inside the top 10. Best battle on the racetrack. Chris Wood, Quattlebaum, all in that mix as they hit the back straightaway into the lap of the board this time by.
One driver we haven't talked a whole lot about is Brian Littleton in that 80 car. Normally a strong driver out here, pushing his way up towards the front right now, getting passes, and he's coming up on the number 4 car, Matthew McMeekin, right now, looking to the inside, taking a dive and looking to take that spot away from Matthew McMeekin.
Back straight away into turn number 3. Watching these drivers fight for that spot. McMeekin now getting some company from Brian Littleton in that number 80 car. He's down to the inside as they come back to the stripe. Working now lap number 30 this time by when they come back around at the line.
This battle here for 7th position going on for several laps now. Brian Littleton still looking to the inside. That outside line seems to be carrying a lot of momentum. Wesley, I just don't know. And as I said, it looks like Littleton is going to get that spot away from McMeekin.
Back across the stripe. Littleton will clear McMeekin. He now opens up the door to allow the 9 of Josh Cottle to close in the Just Do It Air Jordan Nike color, number 9. Back straight away as they go into turn number 3. He'll pull to the inside, try to make a run on McMeekin for that spot. This is for 7th and 8th now, or 8th and 9th on the racetrack for position. As again, out in front, it is still the driver of Del Osmond leading the way in that Sundrop number 88 machine. leading here at Iowa Speedway. This time by putting lap number 33 completed. Look at him 3 wide. Pajari gets loose, and notice Chris Wood. Chris Wood now tags a couple of other cars, scampers back down to the bottom. The 6 also got collected of Eric Blunt. He's the one that got the worst for wear. Caution will come out, and we are under yellow here for the second time at Iowa Speedway. Here's your LSR TV instant replay. Chris Wood, how did he save it? Had help with Blunt's car along with Pajari, and Blunt goes spinning.
Blunt taking on a lot of damage from that wreck right there. Pajari managing to get it straightened back out. You see here as Blunt looks like they were 3 wide. Blunt drifted up just a little bit into the, or Pajari drifted up a little bit into Blunt there, turning Blunt right around right in front of several drivers. Tough break for Blunt right there.
What a tough break there. Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't know if we can see this from another angle, but if you look at it where the 5 got put in the fence, it actually helped the 91 of Chris Wood be able to get back going in forward momentum. Look at this. Wow. Gave him a little assist there on the left front. And then the 91 dropped down. Thought he was going to hit the 43 there. But a good save. And that's the cause of our caution flag. Cars are coming down pit road here at Iowa Speedway. 35 laps completed when they cross the scoring loop in the pit lane. Osmond and company all coming down pit road, along with Radford, Baker, Canfield. Look at this pit lane. It's very unique here around Iowa Speedway. It loops around the front stretch, curves around into turn 1, and pit stops are underway there, Will Duvall.
And it looks like the only driver that's staying out is going to be the number 84, Chris Medford, while everybody else on the track coming down pit road.
Look at Canfield.
It's like
But Osmond got out first.
Canfield getting a good run off pit road there. Gaining several positions there coming off. It's going to help him out quite a bit. Dale Osmond still in first.
Yeah, it looks like Dale Osmond was able to get off the pit lane first. He'll cycle back around behind the 94 of Troy Radford when, I'm sorry, not the 94 of Troy Radford, my apologies. The number, yeah, I'm sorry, it was 94 Troy Radford. And that allows Medford, the man, to be out in front, but I think he just came to the pit lane, so once it cycles back around, it will give the lead to Dale Osmond. Dale Osmond in the number 88 machine. He's looking for that first win right now on the series. He currently has 1 win on the year. He's looking for that 2nd win of the year is what I was trying to say. Steve Baker, the points leader, has no wins, but he's leading the way in the point standings. And this race continues here from Iowa Speedway. He has a 29-point lead over the driver of Roy Hyde, the Charlotte winner last week. 40 points back will go to Brian Littleton, 48 points back to Tom Quattlebaum, and the top 5 is 55 back. That is Eric Blunt, who put us under our 2nd yellow flag. Back with more in a moment. More coverage continues on LSR TV, your home of sim racing, and the Challenge Series rolls on at Iowa just after the break. Lights are off on the pace truck, and Peter, the pace truck driver, will get ready to drop the pace truck back down to the infield, ready for the restart here at Iowa Speedway on LSR TV. All of our coverage. Hey, don't forget, coming up tonight, 11:45, join yours truly and Greg Rentz for the call of the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series tonight at virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, 11:45 Eastern Time on LSR TV. Back for the restart here for this event going on tonight. Out in front is the driver of Dell Osmond. He's been strong the entire way. Green flag going back in the air on lap number 40 of 175. And Will, a four-car battle now brewing for the lead. Radford looking to the inside of Osmond, and Canfield's there as they hit the back straightaway.
Yeah, it's getting really heated up here in the front right now as number 94, Radford, done her all by himself, getting run on Osborne. You got to wonder whether or not he's going to be able to maintain it with nobody behind him to help him.
Looks like Baker for a second there, bouncing off the wall. He'll keep on going again, and we will stay underway. The green flag back out after our second caution of the race. 75, or the Falcon Strong 175 here at Iowa Speedway, as Osmond leading him off the corner. Sitting there in the number 2 spot is Canfield. Canfield has Radford. He'll single back in, slither his way behind the tail deck lid of the machine of Canfield, and there's your top 4. Top 5 now. Single file now. Osmond under attack by Canfield on the inside, looking for the lead to the back straightaway.
Canfield taking a peek to the inside of the number 88. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it stick, though, as Osborne in number 88 gets one heck of a run off the corner.
Oh, look out! Ping front straightaway! Bounces off the wall! Off the pace, the number 1 car, Ping's car, about crashed at the start-finish line. He will keep on a straight, narrow path. A lot of damage on the number 1 car, but we will stay green as the leaders go to the backstretch in 3.
Ping getting very lucky right there as he gets it loose coming out of turn number 4 and smacking the wall there in turn number 1, but he managed to recover and keep it going. He didn't lose a whole lot there, only back to 9th position. Heck of a job by Ping maintaining that car.
A good save for the driver of Justin Ping, but meanwhile, there's your top 4 one more time, making their way across the start-finish line with another lap on the board here at Iowa Speedway. Again, the Falcon Strong 175 consists of a joining of everybody merging together in the Falcon Motorsports brand. This race would not be possible if it wasn't for Doug Wasaki, Brandon Medford, Chris Medford, Tom Quattlebaum, and Troy Radford. You're riding on board now with the man in second place, Canfield, sizing up the leader Osmond as that goes on back to turn 1.
Canfield sizing him up, moving up the track a little bit. He was hugging that yellow line. Now he's running about a half a car width to a car width off that yellow line. It looks like it's starting to work for him as he's gaining once again on the number 88 of Osborne.
Working lap 45 of 175 here at the Iowa Speedway. Now you're right on board with the rear deck lid of the leader's car of Osmond. Zigging, zagging, looking to the inside. To the outside is Canfield. Canfield now follows right down to the bottom of the racetrack of the tire tracks of the leader of Osmond. Now he'll find a run down to the inside of his Chevrolet. He'll look for the number 2 spot. Still can't reel in the leader as they go into turn number 3 to the outside lane.
Dale Osborne making his car very wide right now and getting fantastic runs off the corner, making it very hard for Canfield to get that nose underneath of Osborne to get that pass going. But he's definitely got the quicker times right now as he's looking real hard to get around Osborne.
Looking inside, looking outside. Osmond up the racetrack. Canfield back down to the bottom. Troy Radford is there, so is Steve Baker. As they cross the line, another lap will go on the board. We're closing in on lap number 50 here in this race. It's 175 laps in the Falcon Strong 175 at a racetrack that it's a short track. It's under a mile, but you run this track like it's a super speedway, wouldn't you, Will?
Absolutely would. It's got long sweeping turns, and that sweeping front straightaway doesn't actually quite straighten out. Wraps all the way around there. You're able to carry a lot of speed around this track here and around these turns when you got them long sweeping turns like that. Short back straightaway, long sweeping turns equals a lot of speed as you're able to maintain that momentum.
Yeah, the Iowa Speedway, just under a half of a mile. I think it's actually a 3/4 mile track for sure. Actually, the same size as Richmond, if you will, as they hit the back straightaway. Look at this battle heated up now with a 9 car. That's Josh Cottle inside the top 7 and 8 position. McMeekin behind him, size it up also. Dustin Ping. Ping's car is the one that gave us a scare earlier, bouncing off the wall about 10 laps ago on the front straightaway. He thought he was going to put in the fence and then kept on going in forward momentum as there those drivers battle. There's McMeekin under attack by Ping. That 3-car battle heats up for 7th on the back straightaway.
Yeah, as you see the 9-car of Cottle trying to hold them off. So they're looking to go 3 wide as Ping looks towards the inside of McMeekin and Meekin towards the inside of Cottle. They single file it back out down the front straightaway though.
And let's pick up this other battle that was going on here. This was inside the top 5 for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As Troy Radford has now got around Canfield for 2nd. Canfield wants it back. Baker now falls back to 4th position. He's going to get some company from the Charlotte winner last week of Roy Hyde. And you know, Roy was one of those drivers on this series that struggled when the series started and then finally got that victory at Charlotte last week. That taste of victory had got to be a great way of turning things around for the 00 for sure, Will Duvall.
Oh, absolutely. It's a mental momentum change there. Once you get that win in there, it gives you that boost of confidence. It really helps you get moving right along and just finish up right towards the front, or in the front in his case. Helps your mentality out there on the track and makes you a little more comfortable behind the wheel.
And here's something also to think about. Points leader Steve Baker is right there in front of him. Roy Hyde is in 2nd. They are also 1 and 2 in the point standings. Roy Hyde just 29 points back to Steve Baker and also running towards a championship in this series. Working lap 55 of 175 here at Iowa. Wesley Outland, Will Duvall, Charles Wooten jumping in on color a time or two, but he is actually supposed to be in the director chair for LSR TV coverage of the the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing on LSR TV. Again, we are working, closing in on lap number 75, 100 laps to go. This is a 175 lap race. So again, there is a, I think it's lap 78 will actually be the halfway mark of this race. Or I'm sorry, actually it's a lap number 84, 85 will actually be halfway. So anyhow, this race rolls on here at Iowa. We see this battle now heating up with the 34. Doug Wasaki, one of the guys that made the Falcon Strong 175 happen tonight here, Will.
Yeah, he's putting on a good show, making a hard push towards the front. In that number 34 car, Doug Wasaki, running currently in 9th position. I don't remember exactly where he started here. I'll try to get a quick look at that, but he's been having a fairly decent day out there.
And by the way, lap 82 will be the halfway mark of this race. Lap 87.
87, okay.
175 laps the distance in the Falcon Strong 175. So lap 87. We will come to the halfway mark of this event here, which is just about probably 30 laps away or so, as out in front is still going to be the man of Del Osmond. But look at this great battle now heating up with Steve Baker, Roy Hyde, the battle of 1 and 2 for the points, also on the racetrack for 3rd and 4th off the back straightaway.
Roy Hyde with a real strong car today, looking at the inside of Steve Baker. Right there, looks turn 3 and 4, I believe. Getting a good run, but Steve Baker able to carry that momentum off the corner. It looks like the outside of 3 and 4 is going to be the way to go, so you can get that momentum towards the straightaway.
Definitely got a good run going for him for sure, as they'll make their way back again off the corner, making a move on the lap car, putting him a lap down. As the leader out in front is still Osmond. That car just putting some cars slow a lap down. We saw that Miller Light machine, or the Miller Time vehicle, get passed by the pack. There's 2nd of Radford. Steve Baker has got around Canfield and Roy Hyde also for 3rd. Roy Hyde is 4th, and Chris Canfield is the top 5. There's the interval as they come off the corner. Good clean run here so far for daytime racing right now, Will.
Yeah, it's been some really good racing out here, and you know that track's gonna be fairly warm during the daytime normally, and that heat gotta wonder, that's gonna make them tires wear a lot faster as it puts a lot of heat into those tires and makes that rubber soft.
And one of the things you can tell here at the virtual Iowa Speedway is that you can see the blacktop starting to show on the pavement here around the racetrack, preferably what we call the best line around the speedway. And you're seeing that line start to take its shape as it comes off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. We see now Roy Hyde and Steve Baker battling alongside each other for position as that goes on for third spot again off of turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of battling going on there, and you can see Roy Hyde, looks like that inside line is starting to become the preferred line as it's probably cooling down. A lot of drivers are starting to move up the track a little bit, so that inside line is probably cooling down a little bit and giving Roy Hyde that run that he's looking for on Steve Baker. It looks like he might be able to take it this time by.
Dale Osmond again still the man out in front while this battle heats up for third and fourth. We're watching it while that goes on. There's the man there in the white car of Troy Radford sitting in second, but that battle continuing here side by side at the stripe between Hyde and Baker for third spot. That's the podium as they come off of turn 4. A wiggle for a moment by Hyde. Up the racetrack goes Baker. And again, these drivers not only racing for third and fourth on the racetrack, Will Duvall, they're also running for a championship too.
They are. They're battling very close, pretty closely in points there. As Roy Hyde and Baker running side by side. We got to wonder who will be able to take it, as it looks like Baker getting the run right now. This would be a great help to Roy Hyde in points if he's able to finish in the podium position ahead of Steve Baker.
Understanding Cade Green is making his way to the pit lane. This race continues on. Cade Green with a problem on his race car. Car number 19, nice looking machine there.
Cade Green probably coming for tires. The tire wear is going to be significant here tonight. Understanding now that he does have damage on his car. Cade Green in the number 19 coming in for that one quick repair that they have.
Thank you for people that are tuning in on our broadcast, not only also on LSR TV, on YouTube, but Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at LSR TV. Will Duvall, Wesley Outlet here with you. We're coming up on halfway in this event in just a couple of more circuits, 20 laps around the halfway mark or so. And again, a dominating performance by the driver of car number 88 of Dale Osmond. We've only had 2 caution flags slow the race in the first half. And again, we watch McMeekin now try to get around Quattlebaum and Medford, and that goes on down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Yeah, McMeekin looking strong right now, looking towards the inside of number 84. Still a few car lengths back though. He's going to have to reel him in, try to make that pass for the number 9 position.
Another opportunity for that position to begin off of turn 2 to the back straightaway. Out in front, Medford's car looking to battle. We just saw along with Quattlebaum. That was for outside the top 10. But out in front is Dale Osmond. That's who I was trying to refer to. There he is. Got that sun drop on this hot summer afternoon here in Iowa virtually. And the man is looking to pick up another win. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, very unique driver helmet for Dale Osmond also.
Yes, it is. I have to agree with you on that one there.
That's the look on your face when you're hungry for a sun drop.
Right? I believe it's from...
Oh, not hungry. You're thirsty for a sun drop is what I mean.
Yeah, there you go. It looks like it's kind of a shark with an interesting face. I guess I don't know what that would be. I'm thinking Adventure Time is what that puts me in the mind of for some reason, or what's that other one, Gumbo or something like that?
No comment. No comment. There we go.
Nieces and nephews that are kind of young. I got to watch those from time to time.
Well. Del Osmond is Kenneth Del Osmond, 7th in the points. He has 6 starts on the series, 1 win for Del Osmond. And that 1 victory at Martinsville Speedway back in June, if you remember that.
I don't remember if I was around for that.
I think we're losing Will again. Will, you there with me, buddy?
Got a copy?
There you go. I thought you didn't pay your cable bill. I thought they disconnected service again.
No, actually, I've got some pretty rough weather coming in that I'm not aware about till my brother got home just a couple minutes ago. He told me that the weather's looking pretty bad. That's why we get connection issues.
Hopefully we can get this race over. And if that does happen, we have completed half the scheduled distance. So if that does take place, race is considered official. It was...
Well, right now, it looks like we've got the 84, Chris Medford, running in 8th place, getting a look on the 08 Quantum Bomb. Trying inside, trying outside, trying to figure out his way around.
I'm just kind of happy, Will, because normally 9 times out of 10, it's storming like hell at my house when I'm doing broadcasting. So it's actually a nice clear night in North Carolina, and you know it's on you in almost heaven, West Virginia tonight.
That's right. We do apologize for the language there, but yeah, it's been like this here lately for us here in quote unquote almost heaven, West Virginia, as we seen Medford get the pass on Qualifier there for that 7th position. Medford now looking towards Canfield as he's gaining on it pretty quickly.
Yeah, here comes Canfield up the outside lane. He'll try to close in. Got some company. Tom Quattlebaum Jr. trying to, actually that's Chris Medford trying to reel him in. He's right there on the right rear. Woo! And to be honest with you, as one of the announcers of the All-Star race at Bristol last night, that's kind of what happened between Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell. Got to the right rear and they made contact, and the next thing you know, you go around, and we about had this same exchange happen between Canfield and Medford, but Medford will go to the top side of the racetrack and he'll play nice, but now he allows Quattlebaum to get in this battle off the front straightaway.
And Quattlebaum now getting a run on Canfield as that battle was brewing up there between Medford and Canfield. Slowed Canfield down enough for Quattlebaum to get up there on him. Quattlebaum now looking to the inside, and he gets that position away from him.
Back across the stripe here at Iowa Speedway coming up. Lap 80 completed. Coming up on halfway very shortly. 88 laps is the distance to the halfway mark. We're about 8 laps away now as the leader crosses the stripe. Now make it 7 here at Iowa Speedway. The RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. I'm Wesley Outland alongside Will Duvall here on LSR TV. We're closing in on halfway. Del Osmond, the man out in front. Troy Radford in second. Roy Hyde, Steve Baker, Brian Littleton, your top 5. Medford, Quattlebaum, Canfield, Ping, McMeekin, and Wasaki. Right now, all those cars in the top 10, actually 11th positions as they come off the corner. There is Canfield, Ping, and McMeekin battling. A 3-car battle cleaning up for that spot for 8th as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, so we got that battle going on for 8th with the 1 car of Ping. Remember earlier, he got in the wall. He's currently able to hold off Canfield and McMeekin for that 8th position. Looking real good out there right now after the little bobble earlier.
Lap 88 will be the halfway mark. Coming up on that in 5 laps here in the Falcon Strong 175. Off of turn number 2 to the back straightaway. This battle heating up again. McMeekin sizing up Ping for that spot. Continuing on for that position of 8th off of turn number 3.
McMeekin looking to the inside of Ping. Looking real strong right now. McMeekin's been charging his way through this field. Now looking towards the outside of him.
Whoa, Quattlebaum! And Brian Littleton, Littleton's car shooting up the racetrack of the Michelob Ultra number 80 machine. Thought he was going to spin it around. Good save on the number 80. Maybe we can take a look at the LSR TV replay and see right there. Look at this, right on the long side of Steve Baker. And we're going to see what happened here with the number 80. Looks like it started to come unglued right about here. Trying to get a run on Baker's car, and wow, just like he lost it. Could have been he used up his tires there, Will Duvall. We talked about that.
Yeah, using up his tires, using that right rear a lot. These cars are pushing down on their right rears quite a lot on these faster tracks like Iowa. Putting a lot of wear on, and that right rear tire is very, very crucial, as you saw right there. And then he hit that bump right in the middle of the turn. Can't help but wonder if that pushed him up off his mark a little bit, and what caused him to get loose as he wasn't quite hitting his mark.
And then, to be honest with you, no harm and no foul, as he was able to just continue right along battling for that 4th and 5th position, or 5th and 6th position, if you would. No, it is 4th and 5th, with Baker and Littleton on the racetrack there. Coming up on halfway here next time around for the leader, Dale Osmond. It has been his race since the drop of the green flag of the Falcon Strong 175. He'll come to the line this time by, as they come next time around to take the cross flags. 88 laps down, 87 laps to go, as here he comes. Closing in also on Pajari. That's the driver in 18th position. He's about to go a lap down, and the cross flags are out here at Iowa.
And Osborne looking to put another car yet another lap down. That car, Pajari, is already 1 lap down. Looking to put him another lap down.
That's right.
Gaining on pretty quickly.
Yeah, I just checked time and score. There is currently 14 cars on the lead lap. If there was a caution, the free pass would go to Ray Radford in the 47 car. But a dominating performance by the driver of Dale Osmond. Brian Snare, the last car on the lead lap to go a lap down here, as again we watch this battle continue with Littleton and Baker. Littleton finally got around Baker for full 4th and 5th position. As that goes on in turn number 3, we're ready for the second half of this race in Iowa.
Littleton looking very, very strong, as he is now up to, as you said, the 4th position. Got a little ways to go with it before he catch up to the 00 of Roy Hyde, though. Roy Hyde and Troy Radford getting mixed up in lap traffic right now. We got to wonder what that means for Littleton, whether or not he's able to catch up to him.
Back across the start-finish line. There's Osmond. There's the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Troy Radford along with Roy Hyde. 1, 2, and 3. There's that 43 of Brian Snare. He will now go a lap down. So there's 13 cars on the lead lap. Brian Miskell Jr. in the 33 car will be the next one to go a lap down. So a great performance by the driver of Dale Osmond. We are working the period of a long green flag run. Let's step away and tell you about the Lone Star 600 coming up on Race on Texas, a subsidiary of LSR TV. And me and Will have coverage of the remainder of this race just after halfway at Iowa. We'll be back in a moment.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
back here at Iowa Speedway, working, closing in on lap 100 of the Falcon Strong 175 on America's, of course, leader in sim racing, your home of sim racing. Wesley out with Will Duvall. Charles Wooten in the director's seat. You've heard him chime in a time or two. Closing in up again on lap 98. Del Osmond has been the man that has led the way in great performance. Troy Radford, you see him now crossing the stripe in second position. Roy Hyde, the Charlotte winner last week, sitting in third. Brian Littleton had a little scare earlier in the race, is fourth, and Steve Baker, the points leader, is currently in the top 5. And again, as we get ready to put lap 100 on the board, closing in on 75 laps to go here. Will Duvall, I think it'd be hard-pressed to say we need a caution flag.
Absolutely, I'd have to agree. This long green flag runs gets everybody spread out, and then they'll end up starting green flag pistons. Green flag pistons can get very exciting, but it tends to spread the race out a lot, and kind of in a way slows things down, or feels like it slows things down anyways. Definitely due for a caution, I'd say.
Ready to see these drivers come across the line. 100 laps on the board here now at Iowa Speedway, ready for the 75 lap shootout in the Falcon Strong 175. And hey, I tell you what, you saw his crazy looking wacky driver helmet, the leader of Del Osmond. He has been the man on a mission. What a dominating performance for the driver in the number 88. And look at him picking him up and putting him down. Yep, you're going to lap down, Chris Wood. Yep, you're about to be next here. What a performance for the driver of the car number 88 of Del Osmond. Wow.
Dale Osmond, definitely the class of the field tonight, showing he is not a driver to be messed with. Looks like nobody out here at this point in time in the race really has anything for him, and really hasn't had anything for him all race long. He's just making it look easy out here tonight.
Back across into turn number 3. Oh, look at Pajari shooting up the racetrack. Pajari, there goes Osmond on the bottom. Pajari up the racetrack. He got involved in one little close tangle earlier tonight. And now holding on there, along with Brian Snare. Up the racetrack, the 34 car, that's Doug Wasaki. Look at the leader picking him up and putting him down. He just lapped 3 cars at one time. What a run there. That was Radford, that was Cottle, and that was Brian Snare. Wasaki, all those cars going to lap down.
One thing to look at, Cotto actually came a little bit behind Osborne as he was back there with Trey Radford and Roy Hyde. He actually came around them and now looking to come around Osborne and get one of his laps back right here.
He's trying to. Osmond on the outside lane, Cottle on the bottom. And I'm telling you, I'm noticing more and more their tires are starting to slick off, and they're slipping and sliding. They're all over the racetrack. They're on the edge of out of control here. I believe we're going to see this here in a few moments, Will. Definitely.
Yeah, probably looking towards pit stops real soon, as we keep seeing a lot of drivers getting little bobbles, getting a little bit sideways. Their tires are starting to go away on them. Lap times have decreased greatly. As I'm looking right now, we're running 2 seconds off the pace from what these drivers were early on in the race on fresh tires.
Up the outside lane, that's going to be Cottle trying to get his lap back, and here comes the leader. Del Osmond on the pit road. We were wondering when they were going to come to pit lane. Pit stops are open. Oh, look out! Hit the cone. Troy Radford in second. Littleton will give up 4th as they come to pit lane. Chris Canfield all comes in. Oh, what's the old cliche? The ends come marching in. The leader behind, they will follow. As here comes Osmond, ready to go for what could be the money stop of the race if we do not have a late race caution. He's in your pit stall now, Will Duvall.
Yes, we got Dale Osmond down here in the pit stalls. Right side goes up, gets some tires, move around to the left side. Left side goes up, getting some fresh rubbers on, getting ready to roll out, getting some fuel, and there he goes. He's back out.
Did you see Ping? Did you see Ping in the 1 car exit off first? Let's check and see how many tires they took. I think Ping took 2 tires in the number 1 car. That last pit stop, I believe the 1 car of Ping took 2 tires. He's also a lap down, but I think he's going to cycle back around to be on the lead lap. Right now, there are only 2 cars on the lead lap. That is Medford, and staring the cautions out. Oh my goodness, this fires the field.
This
Holy
really does
smokes.
create some major controversy there, as Brian Snare and Chris Medford gonna get away with something here. It looks like
This is
they're gonna be
jarring.
able to.
Slamming in to the machine of Littleton in Quattlebaum's car. Quattlebaum getting slammed into. Wow. Pajari got actually, Quattlebaum got into him. He hooked the left rear. My apologies. Quattlebaum and Pajari make contact. Apologies on that scene. Pajari did. It was Quattlebaum that got into him. Pajari did kind of overshot running into it looked like they were trying to come to pit lane. Wow.
It looked like Pajari got a little bit loose there and ended up diving towards the inside, towards Qualifier.
Yes, sir. And this has mired the entire field behind the leaders of Medford and Snare. Snare will now come as the leader now because Medford is on the pit lane. And now we're going to start seeing cars starting to get their laps back, but holy cow.
Brian Snare and Chris Medford holding out, staying out when everybody else started the green flag pit stops. Caution came out. This is going to work really well for Chris Medford and Brian Snare, as everybody else on the track was at least one lap down.
That's right.
So to speak, that means Brian Snare and Chris Medford are going to maintain their positions up front, even though everybody else is going to get their lap back.
And remember, those that are a lap down get the free pass, so they're able to get the wave around, if you will. And that's why now Kate Green and all these other cars are going back on the lead lap. I think now we have 11 cars that are currently on the lead lap. Dustin Ping, who entered pit road or exited pit road first, he is still mired back one lap down. Quattlebaum, one lap down. Roy Hyde, one lap down. All of these drivers that were at one point at the top of the pack are now one lap down or more.
And Brian Snare waited until just now to come down pit road. He's going to lose all those positions that he just gained.
And then it will cycle back around to the number 88 of Dale Osmond. Back to the lead here. There's Eric Blunt's car. He is a one lap down car. Looks like he might get a free pass to come back to the lead lap. I think he will. He'll get the wave around. So all of these cars a lap down or more. Luckily, because of the wave around option, Will Duvall, it gets over 16 cars back to the lead lap.
Yes, it does, and then the leaders not pitting until after the yellow flag comes out helps them out a lot with getting the laps back. Dale Osmond making out lucky and getting back to the front after that. I really did not expect him to get it. I expected it to be Chris Medford, as Dale Osmond was actually a lap down by the time the yellow came out.
If you're Osmond or Radford, Littleton, any of those drivers, you know, you're not going to come to the pit lane, because bottom line is you made your pit stop 2 laps before the caution flag came out. Lap 112 of 175 here in the Falcon Strong 175. Coverage continuing on LSR TV of the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series. I am Wesley Outland, Will Duvall alongside, as again we prepare for this next race coming up. Next weekend, race number 9 of the series is underway tonight at Iowa. Next week we will have coverage of, let's see here. The next race coming up will be coming up next Thursday night. Actually, no, I apologize. They are taking off next Thursday. So next Thursday, there will not be a race on the series for the Next Gen Challenge Series. They have decided to take off. So the next race will actually be on July 30th. Wow, they're taking off for a little while here. The next race will be on July 30th, and we are going 50 laps at Watkins Glen. Huh, that should be fun, Will Duvall.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be honest with you. I have to buy Watkins Glen still. I still don't even have that track.
The evidence-based mommy crossing at the Glen. That's right. The evidence-based mommy crossing at the Glen will be next race for the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series, and that will be on Thursday, July 30th. Of course, at 8:45 Eastern Time, 7:45 Central on America's, your home for sim racing, LSR TV. So that is what is coming up for the next race on the series. Still under caution, Brian Snare is now your new leader. Medford second, Osmond third.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Seeing the
I lost off.
Admin's delayed the
Osmond, where's Osmond at?
Dale Osmond is now mired back in fourth place, dropping back even further. I think Osmond might have got a pit road penalty or something. He is dropping back further and further. He's currently letting everybody go by. I heard admin's delayed the green flag here. I'm not real sure what's going on, but they're pushing Osmond and
the 19 of Cade Green.
They're pushing both of them towards the back of the field.
Wow. If this happens to Dale Osmond, this is going to be heartbreaking. And it looks like that is exactly what is going on. He'll go to the tail end of the field on the lead lap. All these other cars a lap down or more. Dale Osmond will fall all the way back to 14th position. Brian Miskell Jr., car 33 on the free pass on the restart if we get another yellow. As all these cars getting the free pass now roaring back around. But I mean, I don't understand it. Why are all these lap cars in front of the leaders? I
really don't know. It looks like green flag just came out.
We're back to green.
Chris Medford back out in front, takes the green flag. That was kind of an interesting restart there, as we weren't really lined up by the looks of it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that restart, but the call is what the call is. I don't know how they can. Oh well.
I wasn't sure what's going on there, but we got Chris
so Dale Osmond, see it all the way to the back, and we're under caution again. Under
looks like
caution
Cade
again.
Green going around.
Well, we'll see what happened. The 19 and the 88, and there was no harm, no foul. Just Cade Green lost it on his own. Did he get intimidated that the Sundrop car was on his bumper?
Can't help but wonder, can you?
I'm coming for you. I mean, you got a guy coming at you with a driving suit virtually, or driver helmet on virtually like that. I'd kind of freak out too. Just saying, you know.
Yeah,
people don't know what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the driver helmet of Dale Osmond, and you can see what we're talking about there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's Racer Shark.
Man, I have to listen to Baby Shark all the time. It's both of my niece's favorite song, and man, that's all they ever want to listen to, and that is kind of what that home puts me in mind to look at.
Gotta add a new verse to it, you know. Racer Shark, Racer Shark. I'm just playing. I'm a better broadcaster than announcer, or singer, that is for sure. Medford is the man leading the way. Brian Snare is in the second position. I don't know why it's got Wasaki and all these other cars up there, but anyhow, I guess they're going to get the free pass of the wave around.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what's going on here with the lineup, but hopefully the admins will get that sorted out for us and get it straightened out. We'll be looking at one more restart.
Coming up next race, July 30th at Watkins, Glen. That's kind of interesting. We go from a big track, 1.5 miles like Charlotte, intermediate track. Then we go to a track like kind of short track, but you drive it like a super speedway, like tonight in Iowa with the Falcon Strong 175. And then we take 2 weeks off, and then we come back on July 30th for the race at Watkins Glen. Road course racing, that should be fun. You got the carousel, you got the S's, you've got the boot stop, you've got the bus stop, you've got the chicane, all of those things, all of those analogies. Oh, and by the way, they're making left and right turns in 2 weeks on LSR TV. What did you say, producer? Oh, my producer just he said that's right turns, that's blasphemy. Don't say that. Well, I'm sorry, fella, you're gonna have left and right turns next week or in 2 weeks, and then you're gonna have pit road backwards too.
I missed the whole memo of left turn sim racing.
That's right.
No, you got to turn right to go left. Come on, get it right now. Get it right, Lightning McQueen. You're not the fabulous Hudson Hornet, okay?
He has a point there, Wesley. He has a point there. Not when he drives.
I hope he's talking to our audience and not just, talking in our ear. These people are going to be like, what the world is this guy talking about? Yeah.
You guys are missing one heck of a conversation with our producer. He was talking in our ears saying, turn
He
right
said,
to go left.
he said that saying that cars turn right is blasphemy on LSR TV.
I think cars on asphalt's blasphemy. Get back to grass roots. Let's go dirt.
The word's pavement, okay? The word is pavement.
Pavement.
Ready for the restart. The lights are going to go off on the pace truck. How about one of our announcer colleagues, Brett Wheeler, calling? What do you think of that? It was. We have Barney the iRacing flagman and Peter the pace truck driver. The lights are off on the pace truck, and we will get ready to come for the restart.
Looks like the lap.
What? No comment?
I'm not sure what's going on with the lineup here. We got lap cars.
Oh, it's all screwed up. It's all discombobulated. Is that a real word? That's a Wesleyism. It's all.
That's an East Coast word, I think. That's what I use a lot.
I mean, you've got Medford and Snare. I guess they're supposed to be where they're supposed to be. Radford and is it Littleton? Yeah, I guess they're back in their place. I guess. I don't know. I just called the darn thing. Let's go back to green. We're coming up on under 50 laps to go here at Iowa. 121 of 175. 55 laps to go. Green in the air. Let's see what happens here as they roar back into turn one.
Medford getting a good jump on the field. Brian Snare falling back. Seen earlier, a lot of damage on his car. A lot of damage. He's completely missing his rear bumper. Still holding on to fourth place, though.
Into turn three. There you see, I don't know what I see. Oh, there's Snare's car, the 43 car. Up the racetrack. That's right on board with the points leader of Steve Baker's rear back lid as they come off the corner. Now Canfield will take those couple of spots away from Littleton and Ping and Snare. Look at that 0-3. It's strong. It's coming out of the late rally of the race, and he's showing his strength now.
We got a battle brewing for the lead right now with Troy Radford looking towards the inside of Chris Medford, too.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Medford under attack now by Radford. Or flip-flop back. Medford under attack by Radford. Yeah, come on now. Medford leading the way. Radford trying to go to the inside. He's going to carry Baker with him. Here's a quick statistic. Carolina Steve Baker, the 55, the points leader. As he got to the left rear of Medford's car. Radford will bounce off. Keep on going. We'll stay green. Baker, points leader, has not yet won a race yet on this series.
It's quickly becoming Mr. Consistencies. In another league, we had a 13-year-old get nicknamed Mr. Consistency last season. 13-year-old taking the Pro League Model Champion. Now we've got Steve Baker out here doing the same thing without winning a single race, looking strong and keeping that points lead.
Back down the straightaway into turn number 3. Medford up the racetrack. Here comes Radford on the bottom. This is for second and the lead. Medford pulling away. And ladies and gentlemen, look out behind you as we close in on 50 laps to go. Look at that number 88, Del Osmond. He is roaring through the field, currently in the 9th position. The man that dominated the first half of this race, and even before this most recent last caution, is now running through the pack, looking for the opportunity now to go around Dustin Ping for 8th. And he has got drivers like McMakin, Littleton, Hyde, Canfield, Baker, all in his miss. That's P8 through 3 if he can pick them off one by one there, Will.
Yeah, those drivers have been very strong all day. Dale Osmond might have had the car to beat all day long, but he's got some stiff competition and trying to get his spots back.
Making a move on Ping, trying to clear him.
Taking that 8th spot away from Ping on the inside. Looked like Ping just said, you know what, you're the driver to beat out here. Let me just get out of your way.
Got penalized after a late race. After a caution after lap 100, rally from the back. He had to restart 16th or 15th, excuse me. Last car on the lead lap to come back through the field. And now he can set his sights on the leader. Believe it or not, in that frame we just showed, the Osmond car can see the lead pack. As here they come right about now. There he is. You see the interval. He's closing in. Almost 2 seconds from the leader. He can see the leaders in sight.
You can see the leader, then he's gaining on him very quickly, gaining on other cars in front of him very quickly. Osmond proving he's still the quickest car out here.
Medford, Radford, Baker, Hyde, Canfield. Right now, there they are, your top 4. Kind of separated by about almost half a second, maybe more. In 4th, then 5th is the new pack of cars with Canfield, led by Littleton, McMeekin, and Osmond, who we mentioned. And there's your top 4 now, kind of opening up that margin, pulling away from one another. But now here comes Littleton, sizing up Canfield for that position. That's for 5th and 6th. And there you see McMeekin and Osmond right there. Kind of a similar battle between the first 4 cars and positions 5 through 9 on the racetrack, or 5 through 8 actually.
And 5 through 8 right there, and Dale Osmond still trying to take a peek at McMeekin right there in front of him. Canfield right there as well.
Coming up on 40 laps to go here at Iowa Speedway in the Falcon Strong 175. Back to the inside. There you see McMeekin trying to size up Canfield. And there goes Osmond. Dale Osmond, here he comes. The man has got to be on a mission. Racer Shark is coming in the 88. There you see the field come back off the corner. Back into turns number 1 and 2. You got Medford leading the way, but he's about to get some company from Troy Radford for that top spot. Baker in 3rd, followed by Roy Hyde, the Charlotte winner last week. A little pep in your step, if you will, as it's funny, we've had the drivers battling 1st and 2nd for the championship, also battling side by side on the racetrack for 3rd and 4th most of the way tonight here, Will.
Yeah, it's been some really good battling for the 4th, 5th position all night long. It seems like it's almost like 4th, 5th position is where they want to be. Right now, we got the top 2 in points, looking towards 3rd and 4th, actually.
Just under 40 laps to go here at Iowa Speedway. This racetrack had a lot to do with being built by the Waltrips and as well as Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace had a big hand in helping to build Iowa Speedway. If you are a fan of Iowa Speedway, don't forget this weekend, ironically, the ARCA Menard Series will be in action at Iowa Speedway. My colleague and friend Bob Dillner will have the broadcast call on MAV TV with Jim Trado and Dave Reef on pit road. That will be again on Saturday on the MAV TV Motorsports Network from ARCA with the Iowa Speedway race, and I hope you're enjoying this one here, as here comes the field off turn 4, battling alongside the 00, Roy Hyde and Baker still continuing. Now we've been watching that. We got under 35 laps to go here in the Falcon Strong 175. A good race there as Ping, Canfield, and Cottle all get passed by Osmond. Osmond has now moved his way to 7th. Will Duvall.
He's moved his way all the way back up into 7th, making that charge back towards the front. It's got a little ways to go to get back up to McMeekin, though. McMeekin also coming through the field right there. But he's got about almost a second gap between him and McMeekin right now. He's got to make up. Only 35 laps to go in this race. Can he make it back to the front?
I think if he gets the caution, he's in business. But I also do believe if we get a late race caution, the lead pack are coming to pit road.
I'd have to agree with you on that one there, but I still think it's going to help Osmond out a lot. Even if he comes into the pits, you know, he's still got, probably still end up with the same cars in front of him, and he's got that front pit stall. So having that front pit stall, being able to get in and just pull straight out is going to be able to help him as well.
Baker and Hyde battling side by side. A little contact there for a minute between Baker and Hyde will finally clear the 55 of Baker. They go to the back straightaway. Here comes an opportunity for Quattlebaum. We're mentioning him now, trying to run down Snare to get in the top 10. And there's Littleton. We're looking at Quattlebaum trying to size up Snare for that position. As they come back across the stripe, another lap will go on the board.
Quattlebaum looking very strong in this late race. Looking to get around Brian Snare and move on into the top 10.
But up on 30 laps to go. In the Falcon Strong 175, it is Medford and Radford, 1 and 2. Hyde in 3rd, Baker 4th, Littleton in 5th, and here comes Littleton trying to get around Baker now as they go into turn number 3.
Got a good battle brewing here between the 80 and the 55 of Littleton and Baker. Littleton looking to the inside of Baker, looking very strong. Right here on lap 46, taking a lap 46 flying. He pushes up, almost getting into the 55.
Drifts up in front of him, Littleton will, as he'll clear Baker. As they'll go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Medford, Radford, Hyde, Littleton, Baker, the top 5. Del Osmond trying to now run down McMeekin. You see that right there behind that battle of Littleton and Baker. Off of turn number 4 this time by. Or turn 2, excuse me, down the back straightaway. There's McMeekin and Osmond for 6th and 7th. And again, here he comes to the inside wheel to make that pass on McMeekin. You said that he was closely running him down. I really believe Osmond's got the car to win.
I think he does too, and I really think a couple of cautions out here, Osmond will have this lead again if we get them all bunched back up and Osmond's able to get around on everybody. So he had a little bobble right there coming off of turn 2.
He did. Gonna have to get back on the high horse here and dust himself off and try to run back down McMeekin again for that spot.
Osmond's been pushing that car to its limits, trying to get back up here to the front. Burning those tires. He's looking to the inside right now of McMeekin. Looks like he's going to get down there. He's going to be forcing McMeekin to run up higher on the track. It's going to give Osmond a run on the inside. Will he be able to take it coming out of turn 4 right here?
We'll see what he can do as they come off the corner. Back off of turn number 4. Another lap going up on the board. 25 laps to go next time around here at the Iowa Speedway. And now it looks like Osmond and definitely trying to battle alongside McMeekin. McMeekin giving him a fight on the outside lane. 25 to go. Back to turn 1.
Osmond looking to the inside of McMeekin once again, trying to get that run. Problem is through turns number 3 and 4, that middle to high side really gets all the momentum. He's able to pull in off the turn number 4 and down the straightaway.
Back across the start line, there you see, there's the lead pack. A battle heating up now for 3rd as Roy Hyde trying to now get around the 94 of Troy Radford for that 2nd spot. Chris Canfield about to go a lap down. Canfield was in the top of the charts here earlier this at the beginning of the race. He was right there in the hunt of things in that 0-3. That's right in front of this battle. Canfield drops down to the inside, gets out of harm's way, and lets the battle for second ensue with Radford and Hyde. Hyde won at Charlotte. You win this race, it's called a winning streak there. He's trying to get the second off of turn 4.
Yes, they are, and they're battling it side by side all day
in the
together.
wall. Hyde and Radford make contact. No caution, I don't believe.
Both drivers able to keep it going, but that's going to hurt Roy Hyde a lot, as it gave Littleton in second position, drop Troy Radford back even. Troy Radford got a lot of damage, especially the left front, it looks like.
Here is your replay.
See Roy Hyde looking at the inside of the 94.
Wow. Watch this again here. Just a stellar piece of driving by the two. Let's watch it one more time. Hyde to the inside, Radford on the outside. He came in. They were just battling. Both cars got loose, and in the fence they went.
Looks like the tail end of Roy Hyde just slung around there and caught the backside of Radford, giving him a nice little smacker, shoved them both to the outside wall.
And no caution. No caution. This is the battle for 7th through 4th, believe it or not. And Osmond licking his chops. If he can put McMeekin down, put Hyde down, put Baker down, he is back to 3rd.
And he was right there on them. He's on the outside of McMeekin right now, looking to get that pass right behind Roy Hyde. That car we just watched get into the wall a few minutes ago. Almost like he's holding up Osborne right now, as Osborne's trying to get around 2 cars at once. That makes it quite tough out here on tracks like this.
Trying to make a move here like a hot knife through butter. Thought about going 3 wide for a second. Now he'll go to the outside lane and hook up with Hyde. And now they will go almost 3 wide for that position off 2. Boy, he backpedaled there for a second. Got a car off the pace. That's Radford's car. In the 94, Radford in trouble. He drops to the inside. He might be making a late race pit stop. Wall that goes on. 3 wide, Radford. Well, he drops to the bottom. Osmond trying to come back to the front. He's in the top 5, and once more on Hyde for 4th and 1.
Looks like he's going to get it on the inside as Roy Hyde goes way high. That turn right there, giving McMeekin a shot to the inside of him as well.
Osmond down to the inside. He'll make a move back to the bottom, closing up on 15 laps to go here at Iowa Speedway. In the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series, presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing on LSR TV, your home for sim racing. Will Duvall, Wesley Outland, awesome production by Charles Wooten in the producer chair. And Medford trying to pull the upset victory if he can. Let's give you some information on Medford. Chris Medford, he lost 8 positions last weekend at Charlotte. He currently is 18th in the championship standings after 6 starts, no wins. He has no top, he has, 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s. What an opportunity this could be for Chris Medford if he wins here tonight at Iowa.
Chris Medford leading Littleton by about a half a second, just over. Putting on a great show right now and having a great run. As you just mentioned, basically the best race of his season.
Medford trying to hold off the likes of Brian Littleton. How about Littleton? What an opportunity this would be for Brian Littleton if he wins. He has 1 win already. Yes, Brian Littleton has already got 1 victory. He won it back at Pocono. A matter of fact, back on May the 21st, he won the race at Pocono. And now he is trying to go for his 2nd win. 2 wins in his iRacing career, if you will. No, my apology. He has 2 wins on the season for Brian Littleton. Actually, Brian Littleton has 2 wins. He actually has a win at Pocono and a win at Auto Club Speedway. So 2 wins on the season for the driver of the number 08 machine, or the number 80. He has got 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s. So the only thing that's hurting him is he also has 2 DNF finishes, and that's kind of got him on the outside looking in third for the points.
Yes, it does. It's been a very strong car all season long. I remember one week we had the issues on our end, on the broadcast, or on my end, I should say, on the broadcast. Littleton was pushed towards the front as we take the cross the line for 10 to go. Littleton still looking at Medford right there for the lead.
Medford is the man out in front. Littleton, Osmond, Baker, McMeekin, your top 5. As Baker trying to shake off the cobwebs, if you will, after a battle there, as we saw earlier. Osmond has got around Baker for that spot. Here comes a battle for the lead here, and we're just under 10 laps to go here at Iowa. Look at this battle, the cat and mouse between Littleton and Medford, closing in on the gap of 200,000ths of a second for the lead off turn 2.
Look at the inside of Medford right now, going into turns number 3. Littleton get a good run going into turns number 3 and 4. Will he be able to hold that run coming out, or will Medford get the momentum coming off straightaway? Looks like Medford's got him at the line.
Coming to the line, it'll be 7 laps to go. Medford is the man out in front, but here comes Littleton, looking to the bottom. This is the longest green flag run we have had so far in the race. Off of turn number 4 to the line, they are side by side. 6 to go here at Iowa.
Medford getting really high in that last turn, opening the door for Littleton. Littleton not quite able to capitalize. Medford comes back down in front of Littleton in turns number 1 and 2.
Here's something to think about. The interval was almost 4.5 seconds to third with Dell Osmond. If these 2 cars get a little antsy, bumper tag, take each other out, so to speak, maybe, racing for the win, guess who's back in the catbird seat? Dell Osmond. But while that goes on, open hand from Barney the flagman. 5 to go. There's contact.
They get together.
Well, they get together. I told you, Littleton and Medford go up the speedway, but they'll still hold it together. No change in that position. New leader, Littleton in the 80 car. Holy cow.
Littleton taking the lead and starting to run away with it now after a little bump. Medford getting short end of the stick there, and Osmond gaining greatly on Medford for that second spot.
And Littleton licking his chops now as he has opened up the lead of almost a second on Medford's car. Brian Littleton, who brought out a caution earlier in the race, will come to the line in 3 to go at Iowa Speedway. Still plenty of time. Can Medford get him back? It looks like he's losing ground on the leader in the 80 car.
That 80 car definitely looking strong. It looked like he had the faster car, and now he's ahead of Medford. Medford probably got a little extra tire where maybe a little bald spot from that little bump. Slowed him down greatly, as Littleton has now almost got a 1.5 lead over him.
Brian Littleton hitting his marks to the line. 2 to go here at Iowa. It's his race to lose. There's Medford riding in second spot, trying to close in, but he is losing ground on the leader. Brian Littleton out in front in car number 80. He is currently third in the championship standings. 48 points back to the leader of Steve Baker. He'll come to the line. White flag in the air here at Iowa Speedway. Now moving by lap traffic. Get out of the way, Ray Radford.
Brian Littleton definitely looking like he's going to be the guy to win this race. He's still gaining ground on everybody else. Running this like it's a Sunday drive out here as he comes out of turn number 4.
What a job as he clears Cottle off of turn 4. Give the Falcon strong 175 to Brian Littleton. His third win on the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series, which now puts him as is the all-time winner of the series. He was tied with Troy Radford at one time at 2. What a battle. Let's see the finish one more time. His third win, he's now the all-time winner. Look at this battle for the lead. And it gave Brian Littleton the victory. How about this pass with under 5 to go here, Will Duvall? You call it.
Brian Littleton was looking to the inside of the 84 as they go down in turns number 1 and 2. Looks like the 84 come down a little bit on Littleton, catching in front of Littleton, but Littleton was able to maintain his cars and made the 84 Bradford loose, and that is the move that gave Littleton the win right there.
And with doing so, it gives him the 3rd win of his career in the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series. The Michelob Ultra number 80 entry of Brian Littleton. I never would have thought he'd be the guy we'd be talking to in victory lane, but when it's all said and done, as they get catty-cornered down the front straightaway in their post-race form, it is Littleton we'll talk to in just a moment. A great race in the Falcon Strong 175 at Iowa Speedway. We will take a quick break from virtual Iowa. When we come back, it's the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up. We'll talk with Brian Littleton in the top 3 on a crazy race at Iowa Speedway, a long green flag run, a battle for the win. Osmond coming back to the front, but it wasn't enough as Littleton becomes now the all-time winner of the Next Gen Challenge Series RaceX program, winning here at Iowa. Back with more on LSR TV when we come back. Back here at Iowa Speedway, it's now time for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up after an exciting Falcon Strong 175. And we're going to talk now to the winner in the number 80 Michelob Ultra Chevrolet. His 3rd win, he now becomes the all-time winner in the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Brian Littleton. Brian, the race for the finish, 10 to go. You and Medford, you are not going to be denied for the victory. What's your take on it?
Well, I run him down, and I knew passing him was going to be tough. And honestly, when he and I bounced doors off of each other, that really wasn't the plan at all. So I apologize to him for taking it that way. It's definitely not the way I wanted it. But unfortunately, it worked out great for us. Not quite so good for him. But at this point, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. So, I mean, I guess, is what it is.
Well, you are racing, and you've kind of been on a slump the last couple of weeks. I mean, let's be honest. Your most recent win was at Auto Club, your first win, and then Pocono, and then you've kind of struggled for the last couple of months. So obviously, to have the problems you had earlier in the race, to have a caution on your part, to come back and rally and get this car to the win in the whip, what did it take? What was the turnaround for you here in Iowa?
Again, the guys that put these sets together, we're making them for longer runs. If we don't have long runs, we're not as fast, most of us. So I think that helps us out a lot. We're patient, kind of saving them tires up, not trying to beat them up too early, so that you have something at the end. I think that's what our strong point really is, to be perfectly honest.
Hey, final question. Do you think if this was a night race, would it have been a different outcome?
I don't know. I mean, the car might have handled differently, but it's really tough to say. It might have tightened the car up a little bit. It was a little greasy out there for most of us anyway. So, I mean, that might have played a factor in it.
All right, that's the winner, the driver of the number 80 machine. He's going to be partying with some Michelob Ultra tonight, virtually winner in Iowa, the number 80 machine of Brian Littleton. His third win on the season, and now becomes the all-time winner of the Race X Next Gen Challenge Series. Second place finisher Medford is by now with Will Duvall.
That's right. Chris Medford, you got a copy there?
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, you had a fantastic run out there, led there towards the end of the race, and then got together with Brian Littleton and managed to hold off Osbon still and bring home second. How you feel?
Be better if I was in victory lane. I know Dell was strong all night, or I guess all day, and then he got the big misfortune of getting a lucky dog, but it's also a curse because he had to start behind everybody. But Dell had a heck of a run. Troy was strong. I felt like with me and Brian's contact, I really had no other lane to go up to, because if you went too high, you're going to bounce off of all the bumps and everything. So I kind of feel like I got used up just a little bit. Luckily I got loose and saved it. But I'll take a second place.
Absolutely had a fantastic run. That number 84 Miracle Ride machine put on a great show, brought home in second place. What was going through your head when you basically got gifted that first place spot after the leaders ended up all going down the pit on the green flag, and you stayed out and then got lucky with that yellow flag and got your pit stop under the yellow? What was going through your mind when you were able to pick up the lead after that?
I mean, of course, like anybody, I thought it was awesome, but I had no idea what I even had. Because I was back there battling with a bunch of guys, and then I was running that high line, which my car seemed to work a lot better in. And those guys up in front of me kept racing hard, and they was racing too wide, so I didn't know what I had. So I was kind of saving my stuff. Once I got by them, Tom and myself, kind of took off from all them guys. And I was actually starting to catch Steve a little bit until that last caution until he pitted and that caution came out. So the car was pretty fast. It was pretty good. I don't think I had anything really for, Brian or maybe Roy, KD. Troy was pretty quick. I don't know what he had. I know I was holding him up because I had that momentum on the outside. I said he was fast. So I said having the first place, I'm not sure if the fresh air helped out or not, but at least it was nice to get the car up front.
Absolutely. That beautiful number 84. Bring it home second place. Who do you have to thank for putting you up there?
I'd like to thank you guys for throwing the broadcast up. Thanks to Tom and Troy for trying to help build these sets. We all bump heads to build a set. Obviously, we're strong in the middle of the runs. It's just late in the runs where Brian and Roy and them kind of take charge. Thank Tyler and Mike for adminning. And that's a pretty rough thing to do, especially when you just want to race so bad in your own league. But I want to thank them guys. Shout out to Race for Riley. Race for Riley is one of my sponsorships. Lucky Finn Project, Victory Junction. Shout out to all my teammates. That's it. Congratulate Brian. Maybe next time it might be reverse roles. Might be able to get on top next time, but it was fun.
Absolutely. Congratulations on second place finish. And Wesley, I think you caught up with Brian Littleton now.
I am. I've actually caught up now with the driver of the number 88 machine of Mr. Osmond, actually, getting his thoughts on the thing. Kenneth Dale Osmond will leave here with a third place podium, coming back from a penalty that actually wasn't a penalty, Dale. What is your take on what happened? Because I just checked in with the RaceX officials to say Mike Tyler was the 88 penalized, and they said that it was some type of an iRacing hiccup, if you will, but you took the penalty, whatever it was, or end of line, and you rallied back to finish in third.
Yeah, I ended up getting a lucky dog, which is supposed to be, a good thing, but it sends you to the tail end of the longest line, which put me behind, everybody who was on the lead lap and everybody that was on the any laps down too. So I ended up restarting like 11th or 12th or something like that, and it kind of ruined my night. I had the fastest car, I don't doubt it. Especially on the longer run, I was able to pull away and keep everyone at bay. But, I charged back through the field, came up with third, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely, and I said this to my colleague in the booth, Will, several times, the class of the field is Dale Osmond. He has got the best car, the fastest car, and whatever happened, Myers, took you back out. But do you think if this was a 200-lap race, do you feel like maybe you could have got up there, or was you waiting for that late race caution to be able to get to Medford and Littleton to try to shake things up for the victory?
Man, I think I just burned my stuff up coming through the field trying to catch everyone. If it was a 200-lapper, I would have needed a late race caution to make anything happen. But yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to make it happen if it was a couple extra laps.
Well, you got a couple of weeks off before you come back to Watkins Glen. What do you change from Charlotte, Iowa tonight to get ready for the road course race in 2 weeks?
I don't know that I'm going to change much. I've got a good sponsor behind me, Ohio and Indiana Roofing Company. I've got a great team. We build all these setups, and we're just getting better every week. I think we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and, come out with a win.
All right, well, that's the driver of the number 88 Sundrop. Hey, by the way, have you ice cold Sundrop? Those are good to have on a summer day. Kenneth Dale Osmond will finish in the number 3 position. Hey, before we get out of here, let's take a look at the official results of the Falcon Strong 175 while we get ready to pack things up and prepare in less than an hour for LSR TV's coverage of the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series. Here's again the results for the RaceX Next Gen Series race. Again, thank you to Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Littleton getting the win after that contact with Medford under 5 laps to go. He fell back to 4 seconds at the checkered flag. Chris Medford second, Dale Osmond third. We talked to those drivers in the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. Matthew McMeekin, Steve Baker, Roy Hyde, Snare, Ping, Quattlebaum, and Blunt. Your top 10 there, Will.
That's right. And Brian Brittany 05 taking 11th. Brian Miskell Jr. 12th. Josh Connell 13th. Doug Wasaki 14th. Ray Radford 15th. Damon Cox 16th. Troy Radford 17th. Chris Medford 18th. And I'm having issues on my end here. There we go. Chris Wood 19th. Cade Green 20th. Alan Pajari, 21st, rounding out your 21-car field.
And again, we want to say thank you, big thanks to Mike Massengill, Tyler Hilton for making it happen for this event. And also the Falcon Strong 175 was put together. A big thank you by Doug Wasaki, Brandon Medford, Chris Medford, Tom Quattlebaum Jr., and Troy. Put up and get on out of here. Will, what's your final take of Iowa this afternoon virtually on LSR TV?
I'll be 100% honest with you. This is my first look at the virtual Iowa, and they put on some really good two-wide racing. I think this was the strongest outside line I've seen on the service on asphalt yet. Made for some fantastic racing, a lot of battling, a lot of exciting racing, a lot of green flag running. Great racing. I love watching it. Love being here. Love being in the booth with you and Cody producing. So thank you guys.
A good strong run, a long green flag run, if you will, after a race mired by only 4 caution flags and all the way to the finish from lap 100. It was again the battle between Medford and Littleton. Contact, Littleton getting the win back, and Mia now the all-time winner of the series with now 3 wins. We'll pack it up at Iowa, and now we'll prepare for Watkins Glen on July 30th. That's 2 weeks from tonight for the evidence-based mommy crossing at the Glen. Producer, director, founder of LSR TV, Charles Wooten. For Will Duvall, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you to all of you for joining us across the country on your home for sim racing. Again, congratulations to Brian Littleton, his 3rd win. And we'll get ready after a 2-week break for the next round, road course style, for the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series on LSR TV. God bless you all. Keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.